round timer will stop. So it is never over until it's over.
That's right.
We've already seen some crazy comebacks this year, Andy.
And it's amazing because it demands that you play perfect Halo, that you hold the ball, and there's going to be situations where you cannot afford to drop it, so your ball carrier has to get very creative as we jump now into game number 1, Oddball Streets, between Acend and Xset.
What a story this one could be for the 4 gentlemen from Europe. On the other side, it could be the upset of all upsets, and I'm talking about an emotional upset caused by Xset to this Acend lineup. Early on here, we're going to be watching a little bit of Seeker, and we're going to see no real big advantage here at the start of this map. As I say, a couple of players actually fall for Xset, and the oddball is going to be rotated back towards the tram station. Already a few points on the board here for Acend.
Yeah, 3 dead momentarily there. You actually do see players already pushing B. They're going to need to be aware of that, but they will hold for the moment, and they opt for the tram rotation there. An interesting decision, but one that was likely determined by spawns. If they wanted to go Cafe A, I don't really think they had that option. Based on where the players had died, they had to go for a tram hold, and that's going to lead to about a 20-second lead off the rip.
LPG trying to work his way towards driveway and knock on the door a little bit here at tram station. Porky J's going to be moving in. Player taken down to no shields. Another one around the corner, though, and he will lose that battle. However, his teammates pick up a couple of kills. That's 3 dead now to Acend. That will be the oddball down as well. The setup is broken for now. 26-3, the initial score after that hold from Acend.
Snipe Drone there, 3 kills on the board, leading the game. Awesome job from him to start off this one. So we take a look at Shady from the Acend side as well. Going to actually get a flank on Kratos, who had the Bulldog. That's a nice use of the thrust from Shady. That could have ended differently had he not had that equipment. Picks up another one as well, and even thinks about challenging VODS with the perfect kill.
Shady, welcome to Raleigh, my friend. It's been a long flight, but he's feeling himself already. But let's not get carried away with ourselves here. It was a wonderful play. 36-12 is the score, doubling up onto Xset here. And I think even with just a few moments gone in this game, Andy, you can start to see why the hype is real for this lineup.
Look at Snipe Drone with a sneaky neon flank. That's not something you see every day. Eventually, Porky J will get a nice turn on him, but I like what I'm seeing there from Acend. Not afraid to go into a little bit of different strategies that are a little bit less traditional.
Shady gonna win that battle once again against Porky J. Shady playing some great stuff already in the first few moments. Kratos is gonna pick up a kill though. Suspector's gonna be flying in as well as Filthy G. The Bulldog will pick up the kill as required, as now the rocket launcher will be popping in just a few seconds, and you're starting to see a little bit of control now being wrestled back by Xset.
And not surprising to see. I think this is a team that we know can play the distance, they can play the long game. Nice shots coming in from a few players there. It's a rocket grab from Shady, but actually doesn't convert, and you have to think that the splash damage might have done the deal, but it didn't there, and actually it's going to be Porky who picks up the next one. Gets back though on B stairs, and you know whenever the ball gets around B stairs, B pillars, things can get pretty nasty as they're going to bring that one into C momentarily. That ball will roll for a second as they try to determine the best way to push. Once again on that neon flank in the same spot was going to be Snipe Drone.
Yeah, a little bit of a messy few moments in this game here as both teams are kind of exchanging kills. No one can really get any kind of semblance of map control. Suspector versus Shady. Suspector will come out on top of that one. So maybe this is the opportunity here for Xset to get that hold they're looking for to maybe tie up this game.
Bulldog in hand for Snipe Drone as well, trying to make the push to get an angle on bottom mid and B stairs, trying to help with Kratos, but that Bulldog just out of range. Help though will come, so that's going to maybe be an opportunity here as there's 2 dead for the side of Xset.
Suspector's trying to rotate that ball towards the Neon Street though. Snipe Drone will cut it off at the pass. Suspector's still alive though. You can see the Snipe Drone working with the teammate. Great work from Acend to make sure they focus onto that last player alive and get that kill. And now, where is the oddball? It's in the hands of Acend. They have that tram set up before, and last time we saw them have this, Andy, it was around 20 or 30 seconds they managed to rack up.
That's right, and here we are now 60-41. A little bit of microwave action coming out there. Let's see if he can pick up 2, only 1 with the melee, but still, it's nice pressure and onset. If we were hoping to see some fast-paced Oddball Streets, that's exactly what we're getting. This is in-your-face version of this game type.
It certainly is. Shady versus Suspector, part 2. This time it will be Shady who wins that one. Didn't have the height advantage for sure, but while all this is going on, look what Kratos has managed to do here. He's managed to get that oddball back into Tram with a teammate near him. Seeker's managed to get away with the rocket launcher in the meantime, though, so if you needed something to break a setup, 2 rockets might be just that.
And I'm surprised to see him take a route to just check B stairs because it just exposed him so much till the call out came, and on the flank, actually with Suspector, so they will get not just the rockets, but full rockets here at B Stairs, making the next push even more difficult.
Tries to thread the needle, gets a little bit of damage, but not the kill, and now Suspector's going to be pressured as well, and he can't pick up the kill. The cursed rockets really not doing the job here, but the double kill was actually picked up, I think, by Porky J, so not too much of a worry here as Legend tries to challenge. The ball is back in Tram once more, and with that, an opportunity here for Xset to once again try and set up, and once again try and close that gap. 85 to 59 and rising. But you have to say Xset have an opportunity here to get close.
They do, and the other thing also, this is a very dangerous time for them. They need to play this really well, just because if we do see one more hold coming in from Acend, that could be the round, and you know that Xset knows that.
Yeah, it could be the same on both sides, though. One wave of kills here for Xset. And they could have an opportunity to win the game. So all of these kills, very, very instrumental. The scary thing for both teams is that Oddball is down in no man's land at the moment. Porky J picks up the kill onto Snipe Drone, and now he tries to locate his battle rifle reticle onto another player here from Acend, but can't quite find one. There's one, and there's some good shots as well. Suspector picks up one. Porky J will pick up another as well, and this is the opportunity Xset needed.
Yeah, several dead there, and just like you said, this could be essentially a tie game here, 80-85.
Player trapped in red room. Porky J tries to get a little bit cheeky, tries to get a little bit sneaky, and tries to get a little bit up in the faces of Acend. That's 2 for him, 92 and rising. And oh my, Porky J, that's what you need. There are a few moments around here from closing this out, and what a comeback it's been from Xset. They'll take the first round on Oddball Streets.
And what a play from Porky J. When your team is holding the ball down by about 10 with 10 to go, and you're able to get 3 kills, that pretty much secures the round. We're going to jump right back in, of course, for round number 2.
Here we go again. Round number 2 underway. Let's see who can win that battle for power weapons at the start. The rocket launcher, keep your eyes on it. It's disappeared. We're not sure where it's gone, but we know where the oddball is, and now we know where the rocket launcher is as well. Porky J, who finished that first round in quite some style, gets a little reward for it at the start of the second.
I was going to say, he starts the round with quite some style as well, just really picking up where he left off. It's not every day that you see your player grab the ball, grab the rockets, toss that ball into Neon to give your team an early lead, but that's exactly what Porky J has done here.
Bulldog down as well. He's going to swap out the empty rocket launcher for the Bulldog, but Shady just keeping that pressure on. You're never comfortable if you play it against these 4 gentlemen from EU. But at the moment, Xset are managing to deal with it, and it's one thing to know how a team's going to play, it's another to deal with it, and I've been so impressed with how Xset have managed to do it.
Oh boy, Shady with the thrust juke against Kratos, also going to force the bottom Neon spawns coming in for that team. A nice play there coming in from Shady, not afraid to challenge there and also stay alive. Snipe Drone just going to wait for teammates and also take this tires battle.
The information he's just gathered, though, is absolutely massive. They now know that everybody is spawning towards that B stronghold, towards Arcade, so they can locate all of the battle rifles, all the resources towards those directions, towards those angles. But here comes a cheeky little flank as Filthy G lives up to his name and managed to sneak past.
When we talk about Halo Infinite being a game of inches, that is the perfect example. Snipe Drone checking Neons for what felt like 10 full seconds, and just as he looked away is the exact time that someone's poked Neons. You have to watch your sight lines, you have to be consistent there, because at any moment someone can sneak through.
Look at this from Kratos as well. He was aware of where those spawns were coming in. The cafe spawns lit up. He managed to sneak through. He picked up one. Snipe Drone managed to escape though, but without not having his shields broken. So Kratos doing a lot of work here. But as I say that, look at the score. It seems like we're just seeing kill after kill after kill go to Xset. But the ball is in the hands of Acend, and it's 28-14 and rising.
Yeah, I have to agree. There's a little bit of a disproportion there in terms of how many slays we've seen relative to the actual points on the board in terms of the oddball scoreboard. So the side of Xset gonna need to step that up just a little bit.
Yeah, Porky J had the rockets though, so maybe this is what they need to pick up the kills. It certainly picked him up 1, and 2 more kills will be picked up as well. Legend versus Suspector. This battle was going to be won again by Suspector, this time with the beatdown. And he also has a rocket to work with as well. Xset with the hold inside a tram. The big stick's out once again, but no boom this time. A Seeker will get some lovely cross-map shots.
He's going to be happy to just use that rocket in that scenario as well. Bulldog tries to come out against Filthy G. Filthy G will win that one, but I want to point out how important against that plan there, just head glitching against that angle. That's the reason you saw the repulsor used in that G2 Navi match, because you want to avoid anyone getting in those nasty head glitches and catching you off guard.
Suspector 8-4 in this game at the moment. The only player who on Xset who is actually negative is Porky J at 3-4, but It's 50-24, which just shows the rotations have been on point so far from Acend. A long way to go in this second round. Once again, Suspector picking up a couple of kills as Kratos tries to take down Shady bottom middle and get that ball back into Tram. Great play here for Kratos, not only dealing damage, but prioritizing the objective as well.
Certainly a great job, like you said, does the damage, also keeps his shields while he pulls that ball back. He's gonna have to drop it though over to B Street because he knows that the pressure is coming here from top C, and I think he's gonna catch Kratos off guard here.
He certainly is, but he needs to hit the shots and just about manages to do so. So Bulldog down, and also Legend down. A Suspected cleans up that kill. Snipe Drone with the ball in hand momentarily. Where are his teammates though? As the clock will once again tick towards 60 points now. And almost exactly double the score of their opponents here. Acend in the lead. Drop ball not going to be too much though. Snipe Drone trying to fly in. There's Filthy G though to pick up the pieces.
And 3 dead momentarily as well. It's going to give them a big opportunity for control. You see players just starting to spawn in, and now Kratos once again on that same flank. So I like what I'm seeing from Kratos. He's not afraid to do the exact same thing we saw Snipe Drone doing, a little bit less conventional. You go on the big flank, you let them spawn, you come in behind them. That's exactly what we're seeing from Kratos here.
They've got to be more aware of that Acend. Kratos is doing it time after time, and there he is, just stabbing them in the back once more. Kratos taking these angles as he picked up not just 1 but 2 kills as well. He's 9 and 5 at the moment. He's controlling all of the momentum in this game, and everything that Acend are trying to do is a killing spree for him, finally shut down by Legend.
We'll have to see if that one gets cleaned up. Looks like Legend's going to get into Tram, so that's going to cause a little bit of difficulty for the side of Xset, but they've got to be very happy with how the slays have gone, because just like that, we are tied, and now, as we say that, now 62-59, but essentially a tie game.
Set up, though, once again for Acend. Snipe Drone's going to be playing ahead of Legend on those B stairs, just playing nice and sneaky, just waiting for the communication to come out from his teammates, and then he will jump into action, spring into action to try and clean up those kills. But look at these shots coming in from Legend, doing so much damage, but just not being able to convert any of the damage into kills. Xset playing their lives exemplary there.
Surprised that we see Legend come out of Tram. It's very rare that you see a player actually push down Tram stairs to challenge bottom middle. That put him pretty exposed, and in the end, it's going to lead to an Xset controller back Tram.
Kratos has the Bulldog as well, so it's going to be even more difficult here for Acend to break into this setup with those close quarter battles. Snipe Drone just playing in this one a little bit slow. Legend working so well though with Snipe Drone to take down Kratos. Now they have the information that the Bulldog is down. It's going to be BR versus BR as now they make that swarm.
Look at the push here. You got to be kidding me. Great work from the entire team as they just clear out all of Tram like a tactical unit, and they will also bring the ball back as well. Look at the clock there, 90-point mark.
90-point mark, and now we find ourselves in a very similar position to what we saw in round number 1, Andy. Last time it was Xset who had to hold off the push. This time it's going to be Acend, 99. Oh, no! Not 100 though, as at the last second the player comes in, but Snipe Drone picks up an overkill, and that's going to win the round here for Acend.
My goodness, what a finish there. Such a strong set of plays from the Acend roster, and they've got to be feeling very good after that one.
Replay's up. We need to see it. That's all I'm saying. I want to see how we managed to do that, because that is being cool under pressure. But with all that done, we still got another round to go. 1-1 here between Acend and Xset, our first map of the day.
And what other way to start off the day with this series in terms of a tiebreaker round. Only one more round to decide these two. And of course, this last round will determine the winner of game number 1 as Kratos picks up a few kills from the back of Tram.
4 dead off the break here for Xset. This is what they needed just to find a little bit of calm, a little bit of composure in this round after a little bit of a high-intensity finish to that second oddball round here. Suspectors managed to get it back to Tram. And one thing we should point out here, Andy, both teams seem to be favoring this setup, not going towards PD at any moment of this game.
And you have to wonder, is that because their opening kills are dictating that they need to go to Tram, or do they actually want to hold in Tram? It's tough to say based on what we've seen, because each opening hold, due to those kills that have come in, has kind of had to go to Tram. But one thing I want to point out, Onset, is these players are making high-risk, high-reward plays, big gambles. When you flank all the way around Neons or all the way around back PD, you are essentially only holding 3 players in your base at Tram, and you are taking a high-risk flank. Both teams are doing it, but the question is which team's going to do it the best in our tiebreaker round.
2 dead for each team here. Ball in the hands of Acend. Are they going to be able to pick up this kill on Suspector, though? He's going to be able to sneak through with no shields. The ball is down, so it looks like they're all aware of his position. Seeker's going to be there to make sure that they clean it up, and that's an example of the communication there, Andy, making sure that they clean out that player and that it does not become a problem a little bit later in the game.
3 dead there for Xset as they're going to continue the hold. Looks like they found the last player, and they'll be looking soon for the fresh spawners as well. That should have led to a little bit of team, but Suspector from the B stairs gets that grenade kill on the ball. That's a huge play.
Yeah, not only that, he picks up another, and Suspector is just being such a nuisance to this lineup from Acend. He's managed to not only pick up 1, he's picked up 2, which has slowed things down. If he turns this as well, it would be an absolutely humongous play from Suspector. He does it, and he's kind of kept his team in this one.
Oh, no, no, no! Oh my God, almost did it again. The one thing I gotta say right now, on the side of Acend, if you have 3 dead, and Suspector is the last player alive on B pillars, you cannot allow what just happened to happen.
Rockets in the hands of Kratos. Nothing going to be connecting too big for him, though, as the players on Acend manage to survive. However, as I say that, 3 fall in quick succession. PorkyJ, the only player down here for Xset, so they can get that ball, and this is the first opportunity, like we were talking about, Andy, to maybe bring that ball back towards A-Tower, towards PD. Now, we're going to have to see how this hold works for Xset.
Yeah, we've almost seen a half hour of ball time here throughout this first game, and like you said, this is the first time we're even seeing a snipe drone, unfortunately, third base sliding into the other end of a Bulldog. That's going to be pretty difficult, but Legend, nice job there. Off of that PD bow to swing back, they're going to now be holding once again.
Kratos last alive as well. Shady just swarming towards him. Going to have some help from Legend. They have the ball in hand. If they can clean this kill up, then it would be really good time for them. But no, took too long to do it. And now you see the push come in as Kratos has choice words for the French.
You saw that, yep. Kratos certainly had something to say about that, and for good reason. Once again, that's Acend letting Kratos stay alive and pick up extra kills he shouldn't be, and guess what? That gave his team so much time to push up all across the map, and what could have been another big hold for Acend will still be kind of standoffish there for Xset. They'll still hold them at bay.
Great movement, though, from Shady, just using that drop slide to get that extra little bit of momentum, but the most important thing here is the fact that Xset is still holding the ball, but Shady might have something to say about that. He picks up the double. The ball is going to be thrown out towards bottom middle, though. Rockets are coming up in 10 seconds, a pivotal moment in this game.
Certainly keep an eye on those Rockets bottom middle. Snipe drone trying to watch them, but knows that he also has to support on B side because there's pressure coming in. Let's see where those Rockets go. Both teams have an eye on them.
35 and climbing the score in comparison to Xset's 47, but PorkyJ has managed to get the boom boom. So this is an opportunity for them to make this push to pick up the kills and maybe pick up a little bit of oddball time too. It's a double kill for PorkyJ, and he's still got a rocket in the chamber.
He's wondering where that last player might be. Didn't need the last rocket kill. Shady as well. That's a momentary 3 dead, so they now need to be worried about these fresh spawners here. 57 to 42.
57 and climbing though. Pressure still coming in though from Acend. Where's that first kill going to come in though? Snipe drone managed to survive for now. 2 players fall around. That's going to be 3 dead for Xset. You can see how close they were to picking up the kills as the trade will come in. Where are the spawns though? The oddball is in the hands of Shady. Where are Acend looking to set up here? Where are Xset going to spawn? And where is the hold and the fight going to happen?
Yeah, Kratos already on that Neon's push doing a lot of damage, and they're just going to try to hold this. And it looks like they're going to be pretty spread out, Xset. They're going to look for these first picks. Once they get the kill, expect them to push very quickly.
Suspector does get that kill. Filthy G gets the second. Suspector gets the third. So the setup is just falling apart like wet toilet paper here for Acend. Xset have managed to just crunch through them. It was almost too easy for them.
It was, and it looked like they were a bit spread out there, but they perfectly timed those kills. They got them one by one. Once again, Suspector being a huge factor in that entire operation, and they will continue scoring.
17 and 6. Suspector as well. PorkyJ, though, is the man we're watching for now. The oddball going to be thrown out bottom middle. He's taken down to no shields, and he's taken into the death screen. 2 dead here for Xset, and the ball in the hands of Acend. So even though we're seeing some big statistics here from Xset, again, look at the score at the bottom of your screen. It's 1-1 in rounds. It's 77 to 70 now in the hands of Xset, but it's Acend who have the ball in their control.
Yeah, 4 seconds on these Rockets. Let's see what Xset wants to do. Right now, you could argue that they have the advantage because they do have control of this alley, but it's Shady who snags him right away. Can't turn. He does spend 1 rocket, though. Tie game here.
Tie game, pretty much. 1 second the difference between the teams. Kratos picks up 1. Seeker will try to trade it out. Filthy G has the Bulldog as well, and with 1 rocket left here, this might be what Xset need to close out game number 1. That is the death for Snipe Drone. that the Xset fans were desperate for. 84, 85 and rising. This might be the last push here. Coming in for Acend.
Needs to be a perfect push from Acend. They were one dead. They had the odd man not able to rush, and let's see if they can get the kills here. 91-point mark.
They pick up 2. They pick up 3. Porky J is last player alive here. They needed to hold Xset. They're not able to do it. And now Porky J is scarpering away, playing his life. And the oddball goes into the hands now of Acend. They are picking up points. They are closing in on the lead. And now we find ourselves, if Acend hold, they win this game.
Somehow Porky J able to stay alive. That's a huge push out. Tied up 91-91.
2 players dead though. Here for Acend. Legend trying to survive. Xset collapsing and falling over as Filthy G picks up 2. They will also pick up that oddball. 5 seconds to go. Make it 3, 2, 1. And Xset will close out game number 1. But my. That was a fight.
That was, and maybe not the game 1 that they expected in this series. You have to think Xset coming into this one pretty calm in game number 2.
Well, they don't have to worry about the objective here because the only objective is to pick up 50 kills first. We're going into Slayer now on Bazaar. You can see the rocket launcher going to be vital for teams to get that opening, to keep that control. You can also see that grapple shot spinning around, and we've seen some creative stuff coming out of players already with that, Andy.
Certainly, so many things to contest in the middle of this map, and that's why Onset and I continue to talk about the opening rush on this game type specifically. It is going to be vital for these teams, and if you lose that opening rush in a big way, it creates quite a hill to come back from.
Well, here we go. Let's see how both teams approach the start of our second game of the series. Xset up by 1 in this best of 5, and Seeker's actually going to pick up the first kill as well. Going to be traded out almost immediately though by Porky J, and now you can see how contested that rocket launcher is going to be. But speaking of power-ups, speaking of power weapons, Porky J, he's got the overshield.
He does right now, also looking bottom middle, has a little bit of, has to reload, so can't finish the sniper drone kill on his own. Does have the dynamos as well, so that might help him a little bit with these rockets. And now just taking a look at the bridge. Great control from low from Xset, and that's something we should mention. Even though this feels like a vulnerable position, you can really do a lot of damage from down low.
But look how tight it is, Andy. Even though we've seen power weapons being picked up on one side and kills being traded out, it is pretty tight at the start of things. The only difference really has been Suspector's got away with a Bulldog. And that's been the only thing that's had an influence at the start of this game.
Which is pretty wild to say that out of an opening rush, that's really the thing we talk about. That tells you just how even it was. But look at this, not afraid to push right in. Bark, bark, bark goes the Bulldog. Picks up another one. Looks for the last one on Shady, but can't convert there. But still on the push is Xset.
Kratos manages to pick up 1. Legend should be there to trade it out and manages to do so as well. So 9-6 the score. A 3-kill differential between the 2 teams. Make that 2 though, as 1 kill will be picked up here for Acend. Now we're going back to a little bit more of a stalemate. You can see that Acend spawning over on the blue side. And at the moment, Xset just kind of trapped on the red side. So it's a battle for mid-map control.
Yeah. For those of you watching here, both in the arena in Raleigh and also at home, the closest parallel, if you haven't played a lot of Bazaar Slayer, maybe you're just coming back to Halo. First of all, welcome back. The easiest parallel is that this plays a little bit like a Pit Slayer, right? There are times where it will slow down.
Oh, 100%. It's all about getting that pick, that first opportunity to pick up a kill, and then you've got a little bit more space. Center map to move up, to create a few more plays, and have your teammates give you that little bit of cover that they're looking for. But look at this now, just a 1-kill game between the 2 teams. Porky J will pick up the second beat down onto Legend though, but picked up immediately as an assist and converted into a kill. 12-11, still in the favor of Xset.
Questions where this overshield goes. That's where I have my eyes on. Of course, that just popped, and we'll have to see exactly where that fell. It was obviously grabbed right away, but it doesn't look like it was burned just yet. There it is going to be in the hands of Filthy G for Xset. Going to try to rally the team back here.
More concerning thing here for Acend is that Xset picked up 2-3 kills just before the overshield was actually popped. Yeah. So now they have the disadvantage being trapped into respawns, Andy. But not only that, they've got to deal with a man with an overshield, and Filthy G is going to turn it into kills. Grapples forward, but no! Legend makes a legendary play.
Wow, grapples in there. You were pretty sure he was going to find the kill, but guess what? Kind of something out of a horror film. When he checked the corner where he thought the player might be, it turns out he was already behind him there, so that will keep this game close.
It will keep it close, but it will be the lead now going to Acend. 1 kill difference between the 2 teams. How quickly a game can change, Andy, through 1 play.
We talked about objective efficiency in this game type, as you mentioned, because this is Slayer. You have to think of those power-ups and power weapons as the objective, and that is not an efficient use of that overshield. They totally wasted it.
They certainly did. Not only that, This is the first time we're going to see Acend with a rocket launcher in their hand. You can see Shady running it back as well. He's got a mangler down by his feet, I'm pretty sure, as well as this rocket launcher and a battle rifle. He's a human arsenal right now, this man. Snipe Drone picking up one, and 21-17 the score as they start to extend ever so slightly here.
I like that play from Shady. He just goes up top rocks. He makes sure to clear out the entire area. Then he gets the comms from the team that the entire opposing team is past the other side of the 50-yard line. So he's playing really conservative here with these rocks at top rocks.
And now you're seeing, like you mentioned, the game slowing down a bit. Why? It's because Xset know that they don't have control of any power weapons. Shady has the grapple. The overshield's popping up as well, and now it's down to Xset to try and make a move to deny this space. Kratos is going to pick up one, though. That is going to create a little bit of an opportunity, but now here comes Shady, but is it too little too late? Can he get the kill onto Filthy G? He can. Overshield is down, but Kratos has managed to snag it.
There is power in numbers, and that's exactly what Xset did. Even though they did not have control of the Rockets, they sent multiple players bottom mid, and just like that, they somehow pull out an overshield grab.
Not only that, they've brought the game back to within one, make that a tie game at 24-24. Killing spree, 5 without reply here for Kratos.
Incredible set of plays there, and they've just timed that perfectly. The push from Xset somehow, despite not having that rocket control, able to pull out that overshield. That has totally changed the game.
26-26 though. Overshield will be pretty much taken out of effect in a few moments time as well, as it just ticks down, as Kratos unfortunately won't have that little bit of extra shielding to help him in those battles. Shady picks up one though, and Shady is going to give an opening now, as it's going to be Legend who surprises Kratos. Takes him down, Snipe Drone picks up another, and now we're seeing a big swing the other way as Acend go into the lead.
This has been so back and forth once again, and now just a one-kill game at 28-29. Neither team wanting to make that first mistake on this next push. And just holding top is Filthy G and the rest of Xset here in Bar.
Now, while both teams thinking about that overshield, it's going to be popping up pretty soon. Now they slowed it down once more to set up for that play. Or is it just a case of a little bit of trepidation? A few nerves starting to come across the two teams. The overshield up in around 30 seconds as you see the move. Acend have that one kill advantage, but Porky J with a sneaky position should be able to tie it up at 30 all. He does so.
Does it very well. Needs to watch out for the spiker and is able to stay alive. Gets out of the tree as well. Narrowly escapes all those grenades. Just like that, still a tie game. Overshield in 10 seconds.
Overshield in 10 seconds. What's the play here from Acend? Because you can see how Xset are set up on the map. They do have positional advantage. Acend have to force their way through a few different chokes and try and get some angles onto it. Suspector picks up a kill, which is going to make things a little bit easier as well. Sika, he's going to have a mangler in hand. The Bulldog is going to equalize, though, for Filthy G. He drops down the drains into the basement, but he can't find anyone. Nobody at home here as Snipe Drone has taken that position away, and also that overshield.
That's right, just about gone here, but it's still going to help him get this last kill on Filthy G. So just like that, now 34-32 in favor of Acend.
Here goes Sika into the bar. Now he's going to be pushing towards that back flag as well. Look at this collapse coming in. Kratos gets taken down. Constant pressure coming in from Acend once more, but Legend's going to have to be careful here because two of his teammates have falling. Looking across the stat lines here, Snipe Drone 13 and 9 for Acend, leading the way. On the other side, it's Kratos 12 and 7 for his squad.
Huge plays from Filthy G. Not only does he stay alive, he gets one kill, gets the second player weak, and somehow they fight out of that scenario there to keep this game tied at 36. Huge plays from Xset to avoid the collapse.
At no point has either of these teams had a significant advantage in this Slayer. It's been back and forth, trade for trade, and you're seeing it once again in the kill feed here. These two teams are so evenly matched on this map. Sika picks up one though. Kratos has no shields and taken down, as now we're seeing Acend go into a lead, but again, it's just 2 kills.
Here comes the big push there up in the hut. Nice job from Legend to not trade there. He had the support from top Rockets as well as they start to set their sights on the power-up once again. This one's going to be huge as we reach the end game.
Now we start to look at how many kills are left for teams to pick up, not how many are gone. 10 kills is all that Acend need. On the other side, it's 12 for Xset, so you can see how this next team fight is so pivotal to how this game 2 will turn up. Snipe Drone picks up one, and that's going to put the pressure now onto Porky J.
It's true, you only really have 2 battles left in this game. There's one right now on your screen that's about to take place is going to be for this overshield.
Overshield's coming up, 3 seconds. But more importantly, it was the 2 kills that went down before, which will allow Sika to pick this one up. He slams it into his chest. He picks up some dynamos. He picks up the thrust as well. Sika has the opportunity here to really put the hurt onto Xset.
And they actually forfeited it. Xset let that overshield go. They were going to try to bait it maybe, or try to double it.
But
Sika
picks
matter.
up 2. And now he's looking for 3. Filthy G! Oh, that's huge. 47 to 41 though. The push coming in from Acend might be enough.
Let's see what Legend does here. If he's able to pick up another kill, this really could be the end of the game. Trying to find out if they can find the opposing players, but they're all going to split spawn across the map, so we will stay at 47-41.
3 minutes and 20 left in this game as well. Then if I know Acend, I know that they're not going to die trying. They're going to make a play here. And maybe it's Sika just playing slowly, but no, it's Shady in the kill feed. He picks up the kill onto Porky J, and now you're seeing the push come in. Kratos with a green gun is going to survive for now. So is Legend, though, as Snipe Drone moves across. Snipe Drone will pick up that kill, and we have a series on our hands. 1-1 as Acend answer back.
If there were any doubts after our first game, if Acend was here to play, I think they've answered that in that game number 2. As you had mentioned on set, so back and forth. Neither team really having even a 4-kill lead throughout many points of that game. However, they answer back, and they answer back strong with a confident finish and a confident overshield grab. Pretty surprised that we saw Xset forfeit that the way they did.
Yeah, I was going to say, the big turning point, sometimes we're always looking for it in a game, right? We're like, where was that moment where things really changed? Maybe that sniper rifle is going to have an impact as well. One big headshot is all it takes to turn a game on its head. Here we go, though. Porky J picks up the first kill, and that's going to be going in the favor of Xset. A couple of kills going to be traded out. Sika now tries to escape with the sniper rifle in his hand, but look at the confidence.
Yeah.
Doubles back, says, hey, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to try to take someone with me.
I was going to say the same thing, but it's not every team here at this event also hits the no-scope beat down on Kratos there, but it's not every team at this event that's going to jump the top middle right away and grab that sniper and then continue to challenge angles. Good confidence there.
Look at this, though. Early on, triple cap for Acend. Huge burst of pace off of the start of this game, and they will have BC control as the Spectre moves into A to turn that back over to Xset. So 18-0 the score, and rising in the favor. And look at that Legend just jumping up. Suspector being caught with his trousers down. That's never a good thing to be caught with, Andy.
Interesting play from Suspector. He saw that his team was overloading Dummy's side, so instead he goes bottom middle, over to the bottom middle B pillars, and tries to change that angle instead of stacking up with his team. So we're going to keep an eye on those decisions from this team. Do they move as a pack, or do they start to spread out on strongholds?
Filthy G's having to wait for his teammates to respawn here because they were down a player, and when you're playing stronghold, you can't force across the map without having kills in your favor. And as we can see here, they do not have those, as they will have to retreat back to C once more. But look at the pressure now coming in from Shady. He picks up one, and Sika picks up another. The pressure here at the start of this game from Acend is what separates them from some of the best.
And I think you put it perfectly. They're playing with not just confidence, but extreme confidence. When you're challenging like angles like that from closet into C flat, sending 2 players right into C and not being afraid, that's been the difference maker so far. 63-0.
And the 0 is what stands out to me at the moment. Xset haven't had a foothold in this game, and look at the pressure once again coming in. Sika realizes that the spawns are coming in towards C. Hey, we'll take A away from you, and now we know where you're spawning. Now we know where the pressure is. Snipe Drone will lose the battle. But Shady picks up the kill and trades it out straight away. Kratos finally wins the battle over at B, so there's an opportunity here for Xset to finally get some points on the board by converting B in their favor.
But what a start from Acend. On set, the first thing you said about this team as they stepped onto the main stage was expect this team to play fast and expect them to play quick. Like we said, the last second contest making a huge difference.
Would still come to get the reset. They fight tooth and nail for B. One player somehow stayed alive for long enough for players to come off the respawn. They pick up the kills, and now it is 90-0. Nil point. I don't speak much French, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
I think you're right, and regardless, we have one of the most commanding leads we have seen in a Strongholds match in professional play, period, as they are now up 103-0.
Oh, this is getting a little bit ugly here for Xset. They need some semblance of control. Maybe it's going to come now as 2 players do flood towards B. They finally managed to get a point on the board, which is step 1 in this game for sure. Maybe now they can start to string a few kills together and get some control, but no. Every time we see them, every time we swap to a POV, you can see the pressure that they're feeling.
But look what it required just to get B. They had to send 2 players, and only one of them barely stayed alive to get the final capture. That tells you the level of control we're seeing from Acend.
Shots coming in. the back of Porky J as well. Shady will pick up a kill, and now Porky J has to move away and try and survive. Good communication, though, moving towards the camo side to pick up that player and manage to pick up that kill. 117 to 11. Flip now coming in towards A for Xset. However, it gets reset almost immediately. Legend picks up another kill in the feed. A triple cap now as A is where Xset tried to put a lot of resources to turn things back, but it's 126 to 11 here, Andy. And at the moment, Porky J is trying to do what he can. He picks up one to get his team back in, but it's just not enough.
Almost picks up two. Like you said, though, still not scoring. The one thing that Xset can be thankful for is the fact that Strongholds here is a marathon. There are a lot of points still to be played, on the board. However, still seeing some really good control, but finally, Xset will continue scoring, now looking for maybe a trip cap here on B.
And this is the first time we've seen Xset with the opportunity to stagger some sports. By doing that, they can create scenarios where they have 2v4s on the map, but Snipe Drone says no. He picks up two, and once again makes a play to even things up.
Also gets to stick with the spiker that doesn't end up trading. Another fantastic play, as he's going to now set his sights on C. Multiple players here pushing dummies. Kratos doing very well to peek, but Snipe Drone will win that one as well.
E-wave down, and look, as soon as Snipe Drone is taken down to no shields, the help arrives almost immediately. It's like every single player on Acend in this game so far has had each other on speed dial. 999, I need your help, this is an emergency, and they arrive in the nick of time. But once again, Xset finally managed to pick up the kills they need to get a foothold in this game. They have B, they should be able to turn over C as well. A will go in the hands of Acend, so they will be scoring here, Xset, but it's still such a huge deficit.
Exactly, you might be thinking, you know, these last few minutes looked really good for the side of Xset. However, don't forget it's still 160 to 32. So even though we saw a few slays going in for the side of Xset, Acend still looking very strong here, dominant on the scoreboard.
Now, I don't want to bring this up, I'm going to have to. One thing that maybe some EU teams in the past have done is bottle games like this. Yeah. And it's when they've had a dominating lead and all of a sudden they lose control, things start to go against them, they get a little bit nervous, they get a little bit shaky, and all of a sudden the score gets a lot closer than you would imagine. I'm really interested to see if Acend can hold that kind of momentum away from Xset and wrestle their way into this game.
I think one thing that's going to continue to be a difference maker is can they get these sneaky resets? On a map like Live Fire, in a game like Strongholds, one player just staying alive, back tower or back B, and getting those sneaky back whacks can really be the big difference maker in this game.
Well, this is the opportunity for them to prove their steel here because Xset are back in this game. They have a triple cap, they're picking up kills as well, and Porky J and Suspector are starting to find that chemistry. Things are starting to flow now for Xset.
Right, what was just a 160 to 22 is now a 170 to 65. So starting to put some points on the board, and like we said, regardless, there's plenty of time on the clock for them to get right back in this game.
It certainly is, and now they're picking up a few kills along the way. Things are starting to just piece together a little bit. The jigsaw is starting to, you know, make that picture. You're starting to see half the horse. Not the whole thing quite as yet, but with a sniper rifle and a camo in their hands, maybe a few more of those pieces are going to start to slot into place. But Suspector's got to play this one sneaky. Filthy G is going to make it a little bit easier for him to do so, as now they're trying to put pressure on that triple cap once more.
Yeah, right now just playing very sneaky in the corner. If anyone gets an angle on him, they'll have to try to eagle eye him out. They don't even challenge it to trip cap momentarily as B starts to get converted.
Snipe Drone inside a B for now. Porky J puts an end to that sentence almost as soon as it started. The triple cap does continue. C going to be turned over though for Acend. 109 to 169 and rising here, and this is starting to look a little bit scary here for Acend. They need to get some kills together. They need to get some control, but Suspector managing to pick up Snipe Drone might again put that pressure on.
Snipe Drone with a very good trade back tower. They absolutely had to clear out back tower in that scenario, and Snipe Drone knew it. He comes back, they clean up the kill, and just like that, that leads to more control from them. That kill, that does not happen without that kill back tower.
Massive, absolutely huge, influential. We talk about big kills in a game. That one will have an asterisk by it because we'll have to talk about that one when we get to the end of it. But for now, it is scoring again for Acend. A big battle going down over here towards B as the pressure is on. It will be converted, but look at this. Filthy G is just ducking, diving, doing what he can to survive. He's not able to do it, and now 191 to 122. Well, that's going to get even bigger, that scoreline, because a triple cap is back for Acend.
And just when you felt like Xset maybe had, like we said, all the pieces of the puzzle in place, the trip cap will stay, the reset will come in on C as well, and Acend just feels like they're playing one step ahead.
Oh, Suspector feels a no-scope. Look at this from Legend as well. Just dives down. He doesn't care. Now he's going for the no-scope. Beat down. Only the beast down will connect, though, as it will be AB in their control. Xset need to pick up this next string of kills, though, otherwise this game might just slip through their fingers.
They thought they might have had the control they needed to close this one out, but just as quickly as he said that, the trip cap came in. Now 229 to 126. This needs to be an excellent set of exchanges from Xset if they want to win this game.
Xset moving to B. They're going to give up A here, and they're going to let Acend take that. It's going to give them information on where the respawns are coming in, which is why you're seeing Legend taking so much damage from this grenade. But look, they've already managed to split across the map. They've already made that rotation towards C, and they're going to be scoring once more.
Once again, playing one step ahead, scoring again, now within striking distance of this game. Great shots coming out of Sika, as he will now just start to convert B.
A goes back to Xset, though, and this is going to be the battle for B here. If they don't win it, Xset, this could be game. Going towards Acend, 237, big win from Legend again on C. He will hold things down. The reset comes in, the triple cap is in effect, and it will be game going to Acend.
What a game from them. They will close out the game and take a lead in the series with a score of 2-1. After dropping that first game, they have come back with fire on set.
I mean, we talk about the start of that game?
Yeah.
I think we need to.
We should.
We probably should. Teams and who's going to come out on top this time. Before the restart, it was, of course, Xset who did get that camouflage. And did manage to get that top mid control. And just a little update from League Ops as we see Filthy G win the first BR fight of the game. It is 0-0, full restart in this game.
And what a big stop from Snipe Drone there. Of course, had no idea that there would be a technical restart, but stopping that flag prevents us from starting this game with an aggregate or understood score of 1-0. So we are a fresh restart in this game. One thing I got to point out on set that you have to think Acend is thinking, Xset has been exclusively pushing utility. They have been overloading utility. I don't even think we've seen the planner side of the map once on screen.
Doesn't exist.
It has been all utility, and you have to think Acend is going to be ready to face that in this restart.
As we say that, Xset moved to the plant side of the field. Of course, it was always going to happen, but we're also seeing the heat wave in their hands as well as the camo. Now, Xset need to make the most of this. They have everything they need to make the assault on the base. Kratos is picking up kills as well. The longer this takes, the less effective these power-ups and power weapons are going to be. The thrust is going to keep him alive. Legend, though, once again, staggers those kills, Andy. That is a big defensive play.
Kratos did such a good job there with camo. He did as much damage on Legend and Sika in the back of the base as he could. However, the teammates just weren't there. And once again, Acend did such a good job to apply the pressure there. Nice double kill comes in from Suspector, but it gets cleaned up. So honestly, on set, we might be changing to a little bit of Planner's pressure, but it's a lot of the same from the last game.
Yes, Sika's going to have the heat wave too. And it is exactly the same pattern that we saw, like you summed up absolutely perfectly. Start this game, like we saw before, Acend on the back foot very much. It is the aggression coming in from Xset. But finally, Sika's decided, hey, do you know what? I'm fed up of having no control of this side of the map. I'm going in, boys. I'm going to pick up some kills.
In a game like this on set, you tend to see that a multi-kill is the difference maker. Whatever can break this open, because as you can see, these two teams, in terms of play style, not even moments in the game, in terms of play style, are neck and neck. They're tied up. So things like big killing sprees, big multi-kills, those will be the deciding factor.
I said it a little bit tongue-in-cheek that Sika's decided that he's going to go into the closet side and clear things out. Killing spree. Last time we saw him, he cleared the whole thing out, and now they've got the camouflage in their hands as well. Now, this is one of the first times that we've seen Acend have the power up in their hands, Andy. Snipe Drone has a lot of responsibility here to turn this into kills and opportunities.
Just trying to sneak through. He's checking top, but actually gets spotted out. I think that was Suspector who eagle-eyed him bottom middle. He stays alive, but needs to be really careful how he plays this.
Kratos is going to get a flag pull. So Snipe Drone is going to have a big play to make here. He's going to have to keep himself alive. Has given away his position, but repositions very, very smartly here as the camouflage will run out. Kratos is going to be alive in the flag. Snipe Drone, managed to stay alive long enough for his teammates to come off the respawn, and now he'll get that flag back to base. So deciding to rotate back, completely the right play here, as the flag is going to be returned home now for Xset once again.
Both flags back at home. Both teams can take 1 second to breathe. Trades there, so once again, one dead on each side. Will be back to even footing, but I think what you pointed out there on set with that camo grab coming in from Acend, that's really one of the first differences we've seen from this restart. Maybe they'll continue that camo control and open things up a bit for them.
It's the first time we've really seen Acend with control of this side of the map as well. Filthy G trying to get a pull, and there's kind of a 2-for-2 split, but in opposite bases at the moment. It looks like Suspector is actually going to make a play here towards the plant side, towards the P side here to try and get this flag moving. Now he's going to be extremely vulnerable to grenades. Also, look at this. Snipe Drone is sneaking around the corner. That's a bit of a sneaky surprise as well, but he'll be taken down. However, here comes Porky J. Can he get the touch? Yes, he can. Where is that flag, though? It's going to be returned. Kratos picks up a kill, and finally, we should have our first flag being stamped home, and it's Xset who got up by 1.
And I think what we're seeing there is as everything kind of came through and the dust settled a bit, we saw Xset once again finding the groove, finding a way to apply pressure, and I think this game is actually getting scrappier as it goes. For the last few flag pulls, both flags have been pulled simultaneously, so when these teams are split, they have to decide how many resources do you allot to the flag run versus the flag return.
I love the fact that Suspected made the play as well on the call to run it towards the plant side, which is probably what Acend weren't really thinking what was going to happen. So maybe that little bit of a confusion for them made it very, very difficult. It was a heads-up play coming in from Xset.
Also, something so interesting, you saw Suspector running that bottom plant. He actually misjuggled the flag, but in doing so, stopped short of a grenade. That might have been the difference maker in the run.
Yeah, it might well have been. 2v2 on the map, though. Legend trying to take down Suspector. Once again, it's Acend on the back foot. This is not where you want to be picking up kills. It needs to be mid-map and forward, and that is what Xset have been doing for the entirety of this game, and a deserving, 100% deserving 1-0 lead in this game.
And it's also not a shocker to see, based on the way this game has gone, Xset also leading in the kills category pretty handily as Suspector hits the 10 kill mark.
Snipe Drone in a 1v1. Porky J being a difficult kill. Snipe Drone will chase him down, though. Filthy G versus Snipe Drone. Filthy G with a little bit of a shuffle and a shake, but a thrust away. It's going to leave him alone on the dance floor for now without any shields. Suspector picks up a kill onto Sika. Psychic in the hands here of Filthy G as well, so any of those close quarter battles should be won, you would imagine. But Shady now sneaking through. Legend inside of the base. It looks like there might be an opportunity for a pull.
Tries to maybe go back base, but right away gets dinged from top mid. And without that top mid control onset, that run's not going to happen.
And Kratos shooting not just from top mid. He was shooting from the opposite base. He now picks up those kills. They fall in succession. Snipe Drone, last player alive for his team. He's not going to be able to do too much here. Kratos with a big play, a big brain, a big play, and it turns into a second cap here.
That's right, big brainer, pro gamer moves from Kratos. He's going to put that one in and does it with style on the slide. Legend going to maybe try to get a pull here because 3 were dead. But actually, Legend gets taken down by the last player alive. That's an enormous play from the side of Xset. It looked like it could have been a response, a counter run coming in from Acend, but it does not come through. We will stay here at 2-0.
Staying at 2-0, but Sika's just trying to wait for his teammates to push up at the moment. You can see he's trying to kind of sneak behind enemy lines. There's an opportunity for a pull coming in here. Kills are starting to fall in succession, and all of a sudden, Sika, having snuck into the base, is left with only Suspector to worry about. This is a clean run home here, and it should be an opportunity here for this game, and the deficit to be halved. The flag will be stamped home. It's 2-1. The first time Acend get in the base. Yeah. And get a flag cap.
And it's great management of those slays coming in from Acend. You saw that Suspector was the last player alive, and they also even cleaned up that kill as well. They bring that flag home in with only 2 fresh spawners, but that flag's pulled once again, so they need to play this very carefully, specifically Snipe Drone on the other side.
Well, we need to win this 1v1. A beatdown going to be missed by his opponent, and he'll win the fight. But can he get into position to get the nade in and get the kill? It looks like he can't. Kratos once again with a flag in hand. 2-1 the score for now, but it looks like in a few seconds' time, it will be back to a 2-flag deficit as Kratos puts home the 3rd.
It's a nice job from Kratos, the wait, the bait, and then brings the flag in with not only shields, but also, once again, with style. They go up 3-1, and that's quite a sign of how this game has played. Yes, we got a cap from Acend, however, Xset able to counter right away.
I mean, look at how Shady's playing this at the moment. He's just run across the map, but hasn't put any damage down, which means if he dies, his teammates don't have any damage done across the map to fight out spawns, and I think that's been the difference here. They haven't kind of fought for mid-map effectively enough. They tried to kind of skip a step, it seems, and when you lose that fight, then you're just trapped in your base. And Xset just had a really easy time of doing things and just catching them off guard, catching them off respawn, and a 3-1 lead I feel is almost, just generous, to be honest with you, in the favor of Acend. You know, it should be 4, it should be 5 at this point.
I agree. I think Acend still has signs of life, and they have an opportunity here with 4 minutes on the board, but Xset now cleaning out 3 players in the back of the base.
Double kill for Suspector. Doesn't need to go for that flagpole either. 4 minutes left in this game for Acend to turn this one around, get those 2 flags on the board. So a lot of time still to do it. Snipe Drone picks up 1, and Suspector still inside this base, just being a nuisance. Sika's going to have to come back to deal with him. Suspector will be dealt with some good shots, but the pressure now coming in. But wow, that's 4 dead. The flag's moving, and all of a sudden I was saying maybe this is a little bit flattering for Acend. This could be 3-2 in a matter of seconds here. Snipe Drone running the flag home. Snipe Drone getting the flag back into the base. And with 3 minutes and 30 seconds or so left in this game, it's only a 1-flag game.
I don't know what more we could have asked for from this series. it has delivered now. Just over 3 minutes left in this game, and Acend thinking about another run as well.
Acend thinking about the run. Kratos doing enough to slow things down. Filthy G picked up the kill. However, all of a sudden, it's like Acend have woken up. They've realized, hey, the flag's in the other base. We've actually got to fight out of our base and get that flag moving. Now they pick up 3, but it looks like, unfortunately, there might have been a disconnect on the Xset side of things.
Come on.
League Ops. Open the book again. Tell us what happened.
We got to open the book. The flag goes in on your screen.
In the series, 1 game here, or if they manage to take this home, they'll take the series. Otherwise, we're heading to a game 5.
And such an important opening here. When you only have 4 minutes of play, the opening start becomes even more important.
It certainly does, and it's been won by Xset. You can see a couple of kills being traded across the board, though, as 2 now fall in the favor of Xset, but most importantly, what's fallen into the hands of Suspector once again, that camouflage. It seems like that man has his eyes on it every single time we start.
And also kills coming in as well, though. Clean up snipe drone and maintain control. You have to think if they get 1 flag, that really could be the end of it, or they might even just play the clock here on set.
Yeah, there's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play, and all they have to do is hold on. All they have to do is hold the line. Well, that might invite pressure, as we know it does sometimes. We've seen how efficient that Acend can be. If they get into that position to pull a flag, they get a couple of kills. The last thing you want to do is die wondering if we should have gone forward or not.
Yeah, let's absolutely keep in mind as well, Xset, because they have that 1 flag lead on the board, they don't even need to push this. Pulling a flag always exposes you in different ways than just holding the enemy's base. Once again, now less than 3 minutes left. They may just play the slaying game here.
Sika trying to control the car side, but unfortunately it's not going to work out too well for him. Filthy G will pick up the kill. He's inside the base once more, and I like what I'm seeing here from Xset. They are trying to force the pace still. They're not going to die wondering. They're not going to just hold the line and try and play out that clock. They want to keep things moving.
Right now, minor man advantage for the side of Acend as they're going to continue this push. A little bit of help here between Shady on Kratos, but Kratos doing well to stay alive in the back of his base as well and be a nuisance as that solo player.
Yeah, not only that, Suspector was there and Porky J is there as well. So 3 members of Xset working together to clear out that closet and make sure they have map control. Snipe Drone going to fall as well. Oh no, he's not, excuse me. He's still alive and somehow he's managed to pick up not just 1, but 2. Snipe Drone, you sneaky boy.
3 dead, only 1 alive, that's Filthy G. They need to find Filthy G. Looks like he's all the way on the other side of the map. They're now seeing fresh spawners also down on bottom planners. Here comes the flag run.
Camouflage up as well. Porky J taken down. Filthy G is vital to both teams here, though. Acend need to take him down. Xset need to keep him alive. Snipe Drone in a huge 1v1. Kratos will have the help, and now Filthy G has the opportunity to move in. But not only that, stall this flag run as well.
Trying to play the angles, does not want to poke for that flag carrier there. Looks like they're able to get the kill, so now going to flank all the way in.
Kratos, he picks up kills across the map. Shady almost won that fight, but he didn't. Most importantly, Filthy G has just played this one to a T.
He played it perfectly. That's all he had to do. He had to play the angle, stay alive, get the kill on Snipe Drone top middle. By that time, his teammates, they had spawned and they had pushed up. Now they have controlled the enemy base as well. Just 120 left on the clock. Camo out as well.
Camo, like you say, in their hands. Kratos picks up 1, and this might be the run that could close things out. 1 player going to fall, 2 players going to fall for Acend. That flag is moving, and with just 1 minute or so left on this game, this is going to be a 2 flag deficit if they put it home, and you have to feel for Acend. That is not enough time to get back into things. The flag is run home. It is a 2 flag advantage now, and this one is looking like we're going to game 5.
We got a name for that, excuse me, where I come from. That's going to be a victory lap on that flag. Like you said, going to be a huge deficit now, 46 seconds on the clock, and it's going to require a little bit of a prayer for Acend.
You never know though. Snipe Drone picks up 1. Porky J taken down. Flag is moving. Flag is in the hands of Acend. It's in the hands of Shady. He manages to get it back into the base, and with 30 seconds remaining or so, it might just be a 1 flag game again. Yes, it is, but 2 kills go to Xset. Is there anyone in position with 20 seconds left to get a flag pull? It doesn't look like they're going to be able to. 3 players now fallen for Acend.
I think on that cam, we saw Snipe Drone was the furthest across. He's got 14 seconds to get a pull to start this run.
Run, Snipe Drone, run. See if you can get in the base. He's got 9 seconds to do it, and crazier things has happened. 5 seconds left. He gets the flag moving.
Here's the question, how does Xset let that happen? There's 1 player in the back of the base.
Oh my God.
They knew he was there as well.
Legend picks up 1. Oh, Snipe Drone picks up 2. There's no way this is about to happen.
I don't understand how they've let this happen. Now Snipe Drone's gonna keep this flag moving. Still only 1 player dead. They get another kill as well. They should be able to do this.
This is impossible. They've done the impossible. It's a miracle coming in. They tied things up. We're going to overtime.
And now, of course,
Welcome back, everybody, to Raleigh here in North Carolina, and welcome back to the Halo Championship Kickoff Major. Now, we're going to get back into a Game 5. We've been waiting quite a while to get back into a Game 5. We've played a few Game 5s, but we haven't got a conclusion to what has been quite an incredible series between two teams, Andy, who have put on quite a show.
That's right. We have not gotten our conclusion. Daggone it, we're going to get our conclusion here. We're going to cross our fingers
until we get our conclusion.
Cross our toes, and we're going to get into this game because I'm going to find out who's going to win this series.
Well, here we go then, everybody. Let's try this one more time. Acend versus Xset. Game 5. Now, the ruling for everyone joining, Acend need to hit 43 kills. It's a 0-0 start right from the beginning of the game. Xset need 50 to win the Game 5 that we find ourselves in, and the series. Here we go once more.
And we're back underway, and once again, it's a 7-kill difference. That's where we left off in the last game, and Acend will need 43. Xset needs 50 here. First few kills going the way of Acend.
Yeah, pretty good start for them. Gonna have that camo as well, but look at the play actually coming in from Kratos. I think Shady got away, and look at the cover coming in from Snipe Drone. Sika picks up another. Shady stays alive, and somehow he's managed to do so for quite some time. 5-3 though, as a couple of kills will be clawed back here from Xset. So shock rifle still in the hands of Snipe Drone here, and you can see he's aware of those spawns. He's backing off to make sure that weapon stays in their hands.
That's right. We'll see. The shock rifle has not been an enormous factor in these versions here of Slayer on Recharge. We'll have to see if that's a different case this time around.
Well, back to a little bit of a standoff between the two teams. Shady, the furthest player up, who is close enough to engage. Good shots there from Legend across map, are going to slowly back up those players. Now you can see maybe Shady thinking about making a play. And one thing that's been really impressive for me, Shady's never been afraid to make plays in this series. He's always been the man who's created the openings for his team.
Absolutely. Just patrolling around here, trying to exchange some shots from Yellow into control, but also getting dinged quite a bit. But Kratos, once again, is getting pretty anxious to push from that long haul. That's not the first time we've seen him try to make that push aggressively and it not pay off.
Yeah, I mean, it has to make the play, though. Someone has to make the play, right? Even though you can say, oh, it hasn't worked, it doesn't look good. If they don't make the play, they ain't going to win the game. Someone has to try and make a push to claw back that deficit. But at 8-4, Shady and Acend still have control of the map. They have a full squad wipe to play with as well. If a couple players die, they still have that cushion to work.
Let's not forget, with that 7-kill difference in the aggregate score, trading here for Acend is possible because they're up now by quite a margin here at 8-4. They can trade out much more than Xset. Xset needs to bring this back, keep it within reason.
Look at Shady again. His camouflage is coming up and he's making a play once more. The distraction is enough for Snipe Drone to hit another filthy headshot onto Filthy G. And Shady now making another play. Suspector needed to be careful, but the damage is already done here. Suspector has the sword in his hands, but the double up of the score, 10-5 here, with the camouflage coming up as well. Xset needs to be careful. Very, very careful now.
Very careful, and they cannot let this game continue to play out at the tempo it had been. Snipe Drone from the back of elevator with the shock rifle was the scene of the crime. Now he's got the sword as well.
12-7. 5 kills still the difference between the two teams. Shock rifle has been dominant from Snipe Drone, though. And if he carries on at this kind of pace with this weapon, we'll have to start calling him Shock Drone because he is not missing.
And here's the question. Did Xset start this game, and are they playing this game understanding they're down by 7, right? It's difficult in a restart to mentally play with that exact score in mind. So far, that hasn't been the case. Like we said, they need to make sure that they start to gain control, be much more efficient with how these kills are being traded out.
And at the moment, the only thing that's forced moves from either team from this little standoff position is that camouflage popping up. That's when we've seen the engagements come in. And also, you can also see a push coming in here. Snipe Drone's going to turn the sword over, as well as that shock rifle. But I love the play from Xset. They recognize they have to do something here. And Porky J, goodness me, that's a big kill. That brings the game back within 2, with the score down below, but obviously we still have that 7-kill margin between the two.
And man, did he ever tee up that insta-splode. That was telegraphed. Lays down the first plasma, even though a player was on the second box. Great shots from Kratos. Able to get that plasma at the perfect height to keep this game now just 1 kill difference on the scoreboard, however, now make that an 8-kill difference overall.
Acend trapped at the moment. Now we're going to see the play revolve around that camouflage once more. It's popping in around 3 seconds. Do Acend have the angles they need to, or is Filthy G just going to get involved a little bit earlier to pick up some kills? Suspector will be killed as well. Legend picking up that one. And doing some decent damage once again. Snipe Drone's going to get a trade. Porky J has the sword, but Legend has the camo in his hand. And just a reminder here, Acend just need to get to 43. It's up to Xset to get to 50.
Look at the timing here. They know there's a lot of pressure on top elevator.
No!
Suspector with the double kill there in the back of A. And just like that, it will stay an 8-kill game.
No, no it won't.
7.
Suspector with the sword in hand, and Xset start to rally now in this game 5. All tied up with the score at the bottom of your screen, but like we mentioned, Acend still have that 7-kill advantage. Make that 6 now overall, because that's another kill going in their favor.
And you have to think that Xset has started to realize what's at stake, because they were just down by about 6 kills, and just like that, they've brought this back on your scoreboard here on the screen. Now to have a slight lead, bringing the game overall within 6. Don't worry, we'll keep track of the math as we go.
Slime Drone picks up 1, but 2 kills are going to fall here to Xset. All tied up on the bottom of your screen, but still that 7-kill difference between the two. Snipe Drone again, just picking up kill after kill. When it seems like things are starting to fall apart here for Acend, Snipe Drone will pop up in that kill feed and just calm things down again.
Yeah, and Xset, once again, they need to play doubly as efficient as they normally would, because they cannot continue at this pace here. A little bit of control of the shock rifle, looking into glass from Kratos here. Needs to be aware of the pipes push as well.
He certainly does, but one thing they need to be aware of as well here, Xset, is the time at the bottom of the screen right now. 6 minutes 20 in this game. They need to turn over a 7-kill deficit, an 8-kill deficit at this point. They can't afford to sit off for too long. At some point, they're going to have to make pushes, and that's just going to fall into the hands of Acend.
You're absolutely right. They're going to have to make some calculated risks, and like you said, Ascend's going to sit back and let those risks come as they do, and just hope that they'll be able to end one of those pushes. Still, just like that, these two teams not wanting to give each other an inch.
Camouflage coming up. Now we're going to see movement on the map once more. Shady, the playmaker for Acend, gets that first kill. Shady's going to find 2 as well. Here's Sicker in a 1v1. Porky J is left without any friends as 2 kills will fall, and that means the camo, will fall into the hands of Legend as he works once again in that buddy system now. They are looking strong here. They've got a lead, and they are starting to extend it.
You could see it happening off screen. 2 players go down bottom mid to get camo together. Either way, they were getting camo no matter what, and they come away with it. However, will be traded out in the end. Porky J gets that kill to keep things within reason.
Within reason, but still at arm's length here for Acend. They need to hit 43. Just to remind you, Xset need 50 in this game. Snipe Drone and the rest of Acend kind of just trapped at the moment. Back pipes need to find a few more angles, but at the same time, if Xset have to funnel towards them, you expect them to get trades at least.
Absolutely, and Xset, such a talented team, but they need to make sure that they do not wait to do all this work at the very end. They cannot start to let the side of Acend get towards those 30 marking and get past that. It's going to create too much of a challenge for them in the end. They need to step it up right here, right now, less than 5 minutes on the clock.
4 minutes 40 to be precise for them to do something, and now Porky J realizes he's got the mangler in his hands. He needs to try and get into some sort of position to affect this setup, to break the setup, and to get away without trading as well. He needs to pick up a clean kill here. 1 shot onto Sicker, make that 2, and there is that kill. The rest of his team now need to flood Andy.
Kratos trying to push, but somehow Legend wraps around and actually will go down. It's a nice trade from the side of Acend, and they're just going to look to keep that up.
Suspector takes down Snipe Drone. Filthy G now inside of the pipes. Has that mangler to work with as well, and the clock is just dwindling away from them at the moment, like the sands of time. It really is working against Xset here, but they do have a 2-kill lead in the game. So overall now it's a 5-kill difference between the two teams. Just to reiterate once again, Acend need 43, Xset need to hit 50.
And you have to think, with the way this has gone, Xset is going to keep at this pace, and things are going to get really tense around that 35 mark. That's not the way Xset wants it to go, but that's looking like what it's going to be. And if they play perfectly, they can absolutely squeak out this win. But my God, are they ever setting themselves up for crunch time at the end of this match?
3.5 minutes left. Conversations now have to be had here for Xset. At what point do we take the risk? Do we try and win this game? Because if it's played at this pace, like you say, Acend are going to win this game. They're going to win game 5. They're going to win the series.
Yeah, right now this 6-kill lead will just stand. And Acend is happy to let that clock tick down. We're about to be at the 3-minute mark.
Shock rifle might be the opening. Suspector trying to take a few different angles. Trying to see if he can peel someone off maybe the back of this Back ramp around Sword, around this blue turbine area. Shady's going to give him a little peek. Can he give him a haircut in response, though? A little bit of a shoulder shuffle, a little bit of a shimmy and a shake, but no shots are going to be connecting.
And the good way to think about this, Mark, for everyone at home, is that you need Acend right now are going to continue playing their game. Xset needs essentially a full wipe and a half. So what you're seeing right now is Xset look for the perfect opportunity to push.
Trades come in, though. That's absolutely fine for Acend. Xset need to be getting to that point now with just 2 minutes 30 left where they need to speed things up. They need to get aggressive. It's still 5 kills between the two teams. Suspector might have had that opportunity with one shock rifle shot. They're connecting to the head. That might have been it, but who is it? No one else but Shady is making plays that can win games like he is.
The reason you're seeing Xset play so tentative is they know that they cannot afford to trade. Therefore, they're looking for the right opportunity to push, get 4 dead, maybe even pick up 2 off the respawn. That would essentially tie us up, but there's only 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left, they gotta go now. They have to go now. Kratos will get a trade, but it doesn't help the situation for them. Porky J has that shock rifle. Snipe drone's gonna back him down. 1 minute 50 left on the clock. We're in for a grandstand finish here.
We are, and we need to see a grandstand close from Xset here. They have all the pressure against them, and they need to make something happen. They need to make a high-risk play in the last minute 30.
Looks like they're trying to bait maybe this camo, but they're not taking the bait here, Acend. They say, hey, if you want camo, that's absolutely fine. We're going to group up together. If we can get into a position where we can get trades, we're happy with that. Porky J and Co, it's time to go. 1 minute 24 on the clock. Porky J looking to peek around the corner, but can't find any targets.
They're playing the slow game here right now. The only difference, right, is the fact here they need 50, keep in mind, at the timer, and we'll see exactly how that'll come down to, but it looks like it might come down to time.
Oh, Suspector picks up 1, Suspector picks up 2. And now, things are looking a little bit shaky here for Acend, but time is on their side. Kratos picks up another one now, and oh my word, they've got 58 seconds to find 11 kills.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Tall order, but hey, I've been proven once wrong on this broadcast and many times before, so 50 seconds on the clock. They need to move. They need to be so aggressive.
Legends just saying, come to me, boys. If you want to play, you got to come and force things. Porky J picks up 1. 10 kills in 40 seconds. Can it be done? It doesn't look like it will be. A couple of kills still going their way. Acend just need to hit 43 and it will be the game.
Or just hold on.
20 seconds left. Kratos tries to push. Sika picks up the kill. 15 seconds remaining. Suspector picks up 1. But it looks here like the damage might have already been done. 8 seconds remaining. 6 seconds. 5. We're in a game 5. It's taken a while to get here, but finally we can say Acend have taken down Xset. And Europe are here to play.
As we said, it's a historic victory for the European side and the entire continent here as they